Welcome to the PLL on ESPN, presented by Warrior Lacrosse. We are in Denver, Colorado. Gorgeous scene. And you know they packed the house here at Peter Barton Stadium on the campus of the University of Denver, especially when they have several of their Denver Pioneers who play their college lacrosse on this very field, playing the PLL with the Atlas and WATERDOGS coming up moments away. Let's take a look at our standings. Week 9. Sauer's tough angle gets leveled by the goaltender. Kincannon gave him a little, how's your father out there on the other side of the crease.
Watch it. Sauers angles towards the goal line extended. Then he's absolutely blown up by Kincannon.
For 7 in blue. Swim move, inside shot. Ward makes the save.
Not sure he saw it, but he got a piece of it.
Good outlet to Reese. He could take a shot instead. He passes it off. Sauer scores!
What a play. What a play.
And that, my friends, is why the Atlas are 2-5. Transition defense. Not converting, and then the other team scoring on runouts. And this is what the WaterDogs do really well, Coach, this season. This outlet pass is sublime. It hits them over the top, and they got the 4-on-3. Think about the Atlas, worst defense in the league, but most of that is coming in transition off of bad shots and turnovers, and the WaterDogs certainly can run. Sauers is an electric, ballistically quick as any player in this league.
And here's Baptiste winning it forward. He can shoot, he does, scores! He's an offensive weapon. He's the MVP, the reigning MVP, that's why.
Midfield gems of the year.
Three three-point goals. That's a two-pointer and a beauty from Jack Hanna. That was your pick to click today, Q.
Pick to click. He can be hot, he can be cold. He's a little streaky, but there's a lot on the line for Jack Hanna playing today in front of his coach, in front of his family on TV back in Ohio. And when he scores early, look out.
That's the key, Quinty. When he's dialed in like that and the stick is dialed in, he is a really dangerous young man, and he's going to have a heck of an afternoon if he keeps that up.
Big, good-looking athlete from Ohio. I remember Clark came after his freshman year to a practice coach.
For the first time as a freshman, they asked his mom and dad why he was so competitive. And his Trevor with another one.
I know. Boy, the Pioneers are showing out, Coach. They know you're up here in the booth. They want to impress you. They want to see, look, Coach, all the tools, everything you taught me when I was here at Denver, I'm making use of them at the PLL.
I was the shooting instructor, that's for sure. But Jack's parents, talking to them, it turns out that his mom decided when he was 4 or 5 years old that she wouldn't let him beat him in checkers, and that's why he became so competitive.
Well, eventually the point defender is going to have to recognize that Trevor Baptiste has entered the conversation.
This is O'Rourke, 82. Played his college lacrosse for Coach Pressler Bryant.
I asked Miles before the game how he felt about playing in blue. He said, yeah, it's the wrong shade, but I have to take it.
Miles Jones, of course, was a big-time player at Duke. Great feed and a finish. Jake Higgins, the short stick D-mini, finds the back of the net.
Transition defense has been an Achilles heel of this Atlas team. They have not a surplus of two-way middies, and the WaterDogs run from defense to offense, and they finish this rush scoring. Kelly trying to use some English off the turf as he turns that bouncer over.
Here's Hanna, he takes a shot, scores! Boy, you guys were exactly right on him. Start hot, stay hot, that's number 2.
It's the haircut.
It's the haircut, and Miles Jones being the defensive end for the faceoff, and now had to get caught in a situation down by the goal.
Singing from the wing, look at Hanna. Little right to left move there, and watch Jones, he just clears enough space to free up the underhand shot before the slide gets there. That's pretty slick, pretty smooth. MLL, PLL, he's a big game goalie.
Yeah, you know, Matt Brown, my associate head coach, and now the head coach here at Denver, you know, had Wardo as the Canadian team goalie a couple of times, and this guy is just a winner.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Jack Kincannon is under all kinds of pressure. Sowers, once again, great passing in this offensive possession.
Sowers just parks himself in the low. Look at him sneak from behind left-handed, but this is Ethan Walker. When Ethan Walker, throughout his career at Denver, really known as a wing shooter with great hands. I think he played him with Culver, guy who could rip it. But the more you watch him play, the more you can see he can pass, he can find those skip lanes. He's a great player on the power play. Wynn can really separate from the chrome and bury the chrome.
Chris Gray tried a little backhander. Rourke lost his footing, then he lost the ball. Walker.
Got Teat on defense right now.
Sowers trying to take advantage, and he does. He's got a first quarter hat trick. Trevor Baptiste. And Ward is keeping it that way. Ward can't make the save on that one. Eric Law, the local kid. How far from this stadium did Law grow up?
3 miles tops. And I'll tell you, he and Wardo, Eric shoots on him all the time. They know each other well.
Dive shot, he pays the price. He gets nearly decapitated at the end of this, but he beats Wardo to the punch, and he's willing to pay the price.
Law tries to get another one. Ward robs him this time.
Specifically from the wings, where he comes to the top of the crease and crunches the angles. He takes the windows and makes them smaller.
Can't get an angle. Now up top. Ward sees it, makes the stop, just as the horn sounds. It's pretty much the exact same team, really struggling. Flag delayed call against Atlas. Walker's going against Costabile. Tries to get free, straight up in the air, doesn't get to the goal, but Walker tracks it down and shoot again and score! Coach, it's almost like he just wanted it more than everybody else.
That's Ethan's MO. He's not the biggest, he's not the fastest, but the
Foul on
guy
the
is
play
a
is
goal
offside.
scorer.
Wiped out by the goal, all even, face.
For whatever reason, Ethan Walker is really the only player when this ball is shot who reacts to the rebound. It pops straight in the air. He sees it. Look at 57. Makar's there and actually tries to make a play on it. The rest of the Atlas are standing around like a bunch of traffic cones. They don't react. Look at them. They don't really see it. Brett's the only guy who sees it. He tries to make the play, but Walker does a good job of absorbing that check.
Took the check.
Long distance shot. Ward's going to see that one, even though it handcuffed him a little bit. Got an injured Atlas player running off. Keep an eye on that. Ben Randall, a defensive player, tried to get into the offensive end. Didn't work out very well. Tough angle. Gray scores. No, sorry, that's Law.
That's Eric Law's office right there, anywhere behind the goal. You turn your back on him, he's going to be to the other side before you even know it.
Did he room in these dorms over here?
He did, probably. Although, Eric went to Salisbury his freshman year.
O'Rourke does a good job leaning in. He's a left-handed player. He realizes at some stage there, he's not going to be a shooter. He's run himself out of an angle, and he manages to throw kind of a lob pass behind to Law.
11 of 13 face-offs now won by Baptiste. He'll get another shot and score! Hat trick!
Come on, boy.
Can be seen streaming on ESPN+. That's a great look. And they bury it. Sowers trying to use a Kelly pick. Steady's free now. Another tough angle shot. Kincannon is there this time.
You got to tie together just good plays.
That's a good play right there. They need that from the midfield. Ryan Conrad.
Ryan Conrad has had such a brilliant career. I watched him play a lot of high school lacrosse in Baltimore. He goes to Virginia, wins a national title, plays for Team USA, wins a world title, plays for the WaterDogs, wins a PLL title. So here he is this summer. His numbers aren't up to what they're usually up to. And I gotta think it's because he's checked everything off the list at this stage. And somewhere.
Physical the game is as well. You heard the grunts and groans from Durkin. Makar shoots. Ward got a piece that by to hit the pipe too.
Look away!
Gray coming upfield. Under 10 to shoot. Nice pass inside. Law scores!
When they draw them up, they usually don't work, but that one was to perfection.
Set a down screen for Chris Gray to come up right-handed, right there. On the far side of the field, Law just keeps moving. I don't think that was really scripted, but he cuts ball side to space, and look at the twister.
Working on Chris Sabia. Sabia with a beautiful check. Richards. Gray's gonna step into this one. Wow. Ward saw it. Conference leading New York Liberty traveling to Indiana to take on the Fever. Our coverage tips at 2:30 Eastern. D-Mitty again. Gets it to Dixon, but just a little too high. Can't handle it. By the time he did, Sabia was there. McCardle trying to change that. Makar's all over him. Finds a cutter and Walker, and Concannon makes his best save of the day. Good look by Teat to Gray. Gray gives it back, and Teat scores!
Costabile.
Jones here trying to get something done. Works his way through and finally does! Loses his stick, doesn't stop the applause. First goal as a member of the Atlas. It's 9-8. The comeback continues for the Bulls.
That means a lot to Miles. He cares about this game, and he was excited about this trade.
Well, when he can do things like this because of his physicality, because of his size, it's going to set up all sorts of other options. He gets to the paint. He gets to pay dirt right in the middle of the field. He takes a beating, 3 different guys, scores with a twister. But again, he's, what, 6'4", 250 pounds. And you got to take body. And he's running all the red lights on his way to pay dirt. So that'll set up some all...
Yeah, so my daughter was born on November 8th. And my first day on the Atlas was 8-8, so...
Still on him. Rolls away from him, though. Now he's going to shoot and score. No, check that on the outside of the cage, but it stays with the WaterDogs. Another shot.
Big possession for the Atlas.
They come and go.
That's a stinger. That's a stinger right there.
Another turnover.
Rylan Reese makes a big
Witcher
play.
shoots. Concannon saves it, though, at not turning the ball over themselves. Wow, oh, wow, big hit right at the crease. Walker gets possession. Now we're going to get an in-the-crease call, though, against Sowers, because he can't play with a broken stick.
It's interesting that Richard had a pole.
Right. Oh, and they score.
Courier.
McCardle jumping, scores! Did I mention he might be feeling it now?
Back-to-back goals. This time with a burst of speed, he gets underneath, and give Zach Courier, his teammate, 77, some credit. Sets the pick, and I think Makar was going to try to go underneath it. Again, he overplays his left hand and allows McCardle to get back towards the middle.
You know, you get a lot of that from the guys who are in their first-year defenders. They're used to playing college systems where you overplay the guy's strong hand.
They aren't getting their turnovers cleared up, though. Randall, will he take a shot? No, gets it to Walker. Extra pass. Yeah. Hat trick for McCardle. In the blink of an eye. Makar's on McCardle. Gets it to Walker. Big collision, gosh. Goal line extended. Walker's going to have a good look, and he scores. And a flag down.
We were talking to Seth Tierney of the PLL before the game about moving picks.
That's right.
No credit. This is all Matt Brown's work.
Teat. Oh, with the save, we get a delayed call, but Ward goes behind the cage. Stays with Atlas. Teat inside, finished by Xander Dixon.
It's an important goal now for an Atlas final push with, what, 3:30 to go in this game? That was almost a must-need.
Don't be surprised to see Trevor Baptiste try to go forward on this next face-off.
Dixon, lower right hand of your screen, grew up as an avid tennis player. His dad played collegiately. He's got the hand-eye skill and that wrist snap that is just lethal from mid-range.
Have to, and it looked like that's what, you know, Teat pushed that last one a little bit. There's Walker taking Miles Jones.
Yeah, you knew Miles was going to have to play quite a bit on the defensive end today,
but it's full, and the players, I know the players love playing here.
Pass to Dixon on the far pipe. Here comes Law. Dixon scores. Atlas get one back with 38.7 remaining.
Screen the goalie a bit here.
Takes a 1-point shot. Will that get another one back? We'll join you in 30 minutes on ESPN Plus, Cannons and Redwoods. Again, our final score from Denver, WaterDogs with a 3-point win over Atlas.